control the diesel pipe, so it'll fit nicely in there.
So Mercedes is that way and Ford that way?
They're all in line.
Yeah.
Ford is a single pole pylon. Mercedes is more like what Tesla's proposing. Mine, South 36 lane. Let's just hope there's no gas lines or water lines right there. How far they have? I really have proposed for water or gas.
Not that far in,
Probably not.
unless they go into the building.
So I can't really see the depth of the foundation here. Well, most of the time they're right around 6 foot by 2 foot. Type of thing.
I don't. Yeah,
The pipe should be below that. Okay. Yeah, definitely gas and just private lines, if there's any water lines.
yeah. Did you guys go over the building sign?
We approved that last meeting.
And I think, what was it for?
23.6 feet wide, 5 letters.
Okay, it's not 41 feet, not 41 feet. Okay. Sorry, I missed the last meeting.
No, it's okay. So all we're talking about is the monument sign.
Just the monument tonight.
Yeah, and we had talked about moving back in where the old sign was, and then they wanted to go back to the building, so I appreciate their
Yeah.
willingness to fit it in. And for them, it makes more sense where it's going.
It does. And there's no way the sign would have went up by the road there with all the things in the ground there. Yeah, Mark, are you ideal?
Okay. Okay.
Like they were originally proposing a larger sign, they're okay with.
Absolutely.
They're okay.
Very good. Anybody in the audience?
No one is in the audience right now.
Do we have anything that was surprising?
I actually called Stephanie Romano and talked to her and kind of told her at first they wanted to move it back to where it was, you know, the original pylon. And she said that'd be much better, but I haven't spoken to her since, except for to ask her to go measure the Mercedes.
She did receive the revised plans that were provided to us. She put received, thank you, in the email to me.
One, obviously, that, you know, she stated last meeting, her info was that, you know, signs, that she was fine as the signs were the same size. Right, relatively the same. I think that we've done that.
How far off the building is this gonna be?
I'm not sure off the building, it'd be 46 feet, at least 46 feet in from the edge of the road.
Yeah. 6, 8 feet off the building, maybe?
Yeah, I would. Guesstimate that, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I can go.
Get a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, no one for the variance for that. So seeing as that's the case.
One first.
All right. So. The benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by a feasible alternative. They could not put up a sign. But
Sounds like it's been reasonably, you know.
yeah. I'm gonna go like this.
Yes.
All right, whether an undesirable change would be produced in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties.
No.
Whether requested variance is substantial, yes. Yep. For the town code, yes.
Right.
because the town code allows for 16 square feet of base. And this would allow, what is the square footage?
110.92.
For 110.92. Now beforehand, it was like 167. Yeah. So it's still substantial though.
But matches what the other guys are doing.
Yes,
So
but to answer the question,
it's still
your one.
substantial.
It's
Yeah.
Would the variance have an adverse impact on the particular environmental conditions in the neighborhood?
No.
No. And whether the alleged difficulty was self-created? Yes, because they want to move something, or they want to sign to advertise the goods. Anything else on that?
No, when it comes to conditions, it's basically up near the buildings. That's what they're doing.
That's fair.
But to have that in
And
there,
add as addition, so we can have these big monuments standing up by the street. And next to the building kind of takes up that.
show something that the effect would have that and no bigger than the neighborhood.
Stuff like that. Yeah. I'll let you do the wording. That was it.
Somebody else.
Thanks.
All right,
What was the first one?
So-
Lon?
hold on a second. So ZBA after taking into consideration the above 5 factors finds that the benefit to the applicant does outweigh the detriment to the neighborhood or community. ZBA further finds that the variance for what is that? What's 110?
It's 94.92.
94.92 square feet is the minimum variance that should be granted in order to preserve and protect the character of the neighborhood and the health, safety, and welfare of the community. ZBA further grants the variance as requested with the following.
The condition would be that the monument sign is up next or near the building, not standing up on the street.
Do you want no more than 10 feet from the building?
Well,
Or
we
would
don't
this
know.
relative?
No,
It's not in the same plane as the Mercedes sign. It's not.
well, what we're trying to determine, the wording you want is make sure that in the future, somebody doesn't stick a big monument out by the signs that are out by the street saying, hey, they got away with it, why can't I? Yeah, so I'm saying, they want a big monument sign, and the nature needs to be up near the building.
Yeah, well,
But you have to but near the building, that's relevant. Like, you-
Yes.
that's
Within,
like you could interpret that different ways. So I think there needs to be, if you want a condition, it has to be. cut and dry.
how would you suggest, what do you suggest? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Say it again.
I don't mind the monument sign is bigger than what the code calls for. The difference is that the monument sign is in off the street and basically within the realm of the building. The building actually kind of, I don't want to say hides, but it works with the building as opposed to being separate.
But you want it in a specific place?
We're referring to this saying that you want it where they're saying they're gonna put it in so that there isn't anything in the future where they take it, and move it to road.
Anybody move it.
Well,
It's not sure the best way to.
yes, I mean, that this is being approved in the location as shown on the plan. And that is a condition that. How's that?
Do you guys already have a code from the street or property line in that signage has gotta be?
That's,
Most towns are like 25 feet.
yeah, I don't believe that there is one, so now there is.
Yeah.
I just know because Ryder and probably got us on off of John Glenn there. We had one and I believe it was like 16 or 17 feet.
Just to be
Um,
clear.
You know, they had a code that couldn't come
Is the
in
plan
within
here?
that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you do it based on what the plan shows, it's.
Don't have the approved. Location.
A little more than halfway, it looks like a little more than halfway in from the street
Okay.
to the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the condition would be, that is presented in the plan and attached to the application.
Okay,
Okay, is that for you, that Katie?
yeah.
Would it help if you said something like 6 feet in below?
Yeah, because the building may be only 20 feet off the street.
And what if you run into piping underneath?
Yeah.
Over, I mean, I think
That's why I was.
They'd have to
thinking
come back
the same
they
thing.
have to go back. They have to come back.
Yep.
So as conditioned, as attached to the application, if there's any changes. they have to come.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, thank you. So would somebody like to make a
Chairman, I make a motion. Are you ready? Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that the zoning board grant area variance to KDP Manlius, New York LLC, Greg Fitchell Allied Sign Company, property located at 5427 North Burdick Street, Fayetteville, New York 13066. Tax map ID 086-01-04.2. These variances are being granted for the purpose of a brief exterior monument sign that has 110.92 square feet per face and a variance of 94.92 square feet that is required relief from the 16 square feet that is allowed for a freestanding sign. Proposed freestanding exterior monument sign is granted a variance of 10 feet where 16 feet is required from the existing or natural ground level. With proposed freestanding exterior monument sign is granted a variance of 10 feet where 16 feet is required with the from the existing or natural ground level with the condition that is present, with the condition that the sign is placed where it was presented in the plan that is attached to the application.
Only presented.
It's only presented
Is only, is. That. Condition that.
it is only placed,
It is placed only, it is placed only,
only placed,
it is placed only
placed only
in the
in
location.
the location that is in the plan that is attached to the application.
There we go.
Second that one?
Advised.
And the revised plan, the attached and the revised plan.
Is there a date on
Rev
it?
9, August 15th, 2023, Rev 9.
So it's attached to the August 9th application,
Plan. I guess that was
back to the August
Revision 9.
Yeah, revision 9.
Revision.
revision 9,
dated August.
dated August 15th, 2023.
Right.
Okay.
I can call you when we mark it down.
Warren seconds.
Warren
Perfect.
seconds.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right.
Thank you for your time, everyone.
Well, you can-
Okay, thank you again for your help on that. Take care.
Give me a call. I'll be there for you.
Okay. Five dash 04 dash 19.0. They're coming to us for a variance for the construction of a small mudroom addition inside of the house. Inside of the house. All right, can we get a we get a motion to open?
I make a motion to open one.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, you want to come on up and explain what it is you're looking to do?
So we're looking to add a 6,560 square foot, one saloon addition to the south end of the house off of the existing exterior. You know, I met with KP earlier. some of the concerns that were brought up to me was, in the variance that we're seeking 3-foot variance. That there's access for fire and whatnot toward the backyard. There's currently a shed there. That shed is being moved to the backyard. There's a 4-foot gate currently. It's getting moved and a second gate's getting put in, so you can have actually more access to the backyard. The only other alternative that we could feasibly make some sort of mud entrance off of the front door. There is an option to possibly put a mudroom there. The reason we chose the side door instead of the front door is one, the roof was redone 2 years ago. To go off the front door, I would have to cut into the new roof, and obviously it costs a lot of time to do that. A lot more labor and what involved. Two, last year we put a brand new walkway in inside of the front lawn. So anything coming onto that front, obviously is going to get thrown out. Tear up the walkway that was just put in, a big walkway, and obviously put it's going to be down there, you're going to tear up the side of it. So the side entrance is their normal path entrance. Much more used than the front door. There's actually not a ton of room with that front door. If you open it, it's a 36-inch door. As you open it, you have about 36 inches, and then the steps are. So you have to come in, walk between a set of steps and couch. Whereas with the side door entrance, you get a straight shot into the kitchen, into the dining room. It makes a lot more sense than office.
Any questions?
So the shed that's against the fence, that's in the backyard?
Yes.
Okay, I was there 2 days ago to look at that. There was a lot of stuff in front of the shed. I didn't walk back there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm redoing the kitchen, so that's all the cardboard and whatnot.
It looked to me that from where the fence was going to the backyard, it drops off right after that fence.
Yep.
So this would be right up against the fence line, the room that you want to build.
No,
Because I saw the door, there's just a little space between the rear of the yard, where the door is going to the rear,
so
where the fence is.
where the rear of the house is,
Yeah.
we're gonna come from the rear of the house 10 feet forward towards
Yeah.
the front of the house. Obviously, you've got that drop off there. The fence is getting moved, so right now you have basically 10 foot of fence with a 3-foot gate there. That is what we're encroaching onto. So that post's getting moved over 3 foot, and then we're being double spaced. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just didn't know about the drop off and where that would be in relation to where the room would end.
The room's gonna end flush with the back
Flush
of the
with the
house.
Okay.
So that drop off is in play. We're gonna have to sonotube, put footers in.
Yeah.
Sonotube up. It's not gonna be a full foundation. It's gonna be sonotube. There's no plumbing, no HVAC going in there, just electric. So should be able to sonotube it, post it. And everything.
And you're moving that wood shed to the back.
She's got one shed currently, it's got a lot. I've got her about 90% convinced that one's going. And then we're just gonna put the one.
The one to the right, you're getting rid of?
No,
Not that
no,
one.
there's one in the
There's
way
one in the
The one in the
back.
back?
Yeah, she keeps it one.
The only question I had was actually for you, so we measured it today, it's about 17 feet, 3 or 4 inches to the neighboring house.
Yeah.
What are the stipulations based on that? It's just a mudroom, it's not the whole side, but for that section right there, how far can they be from the neighboring house?
It's just the property line as in play with the normal structures. So the neighboring house it will only be based on their home. Yeah. And again, he'll have most of the fire protection required because he'll be, I'm assuming, finishing the inside of it, which will sheetrock.
Yeah.
And give us the fire protection. And he's outside of 5 feet. So really we can't we as in code enforcement for New York State can't make him do too much extra because he's not
Just wanted to make sure.
for fire protection.
That was-
And just
That-
also for you, Tom, because we said we talk after this,
Right.
but
Right.
it is an older house, 2x4 frame. It's all gonna be 2x6 up, you know.
Yeah.
standard.
We discussed, because we were getting you in here,
Yeah.
that the structure itself, the window placement, the roof pitch, the treatment on it would not change, but things such as the diameter of the sonotube, the floor joist system, which will be covered, and I mean, his rafters aren't gonna, whether it's 2x10 or 2x8, isn't gonna affect the outside of what it visually looks like. Everything that that we're gonna review is still, we're gonna have to review for code compliance for structural elements.
Just to clarify his point, on the addition to the red house is how much?
17 feet.
Okay, agreed. So I think the code's down around 10 feet or something, they gotta put in double wall, 10 feet, but 17 feet for.
Yeah, I thought it was all still based off of your property line, so you could get within, I think, 10 feet overall, right? So 5 and 5. And once you start doing that, you start having to,
Do double
And I-
drywall.
yeah, and but it's 5 feet has been that. And
Anyway, another
It's-
question.
it's always and I'll do exterior walls 302.1. Yeah, I don't know.
In a good way. That's what's. We understand.
So walls, similar to how we've been doing it for the sheds, construction projections, openings and penetrations of exterior walls of dwelling units and accessory buildings shall comply with 302.1. And it goes exterior wall elements, walls, fire resistant rated, 0 feet is 1 hour, not fire resistant rated, 0 hours, greater than 5 feet from minimum fire separation distance.
Okay.
It's,
And it will be 7.
Yeah.
Carry.
I have nothing.
Claire?
Ready for that.
Maybe your daughter spent 20 hours.
Does anybody have any other questions?
You gonna insulate it?
Yes, sir. Both on the walls and floor joists. Because it's gonna, yeah, because it's gonna be, as I'm soundproofing it, it's like the floor joists.
And then, yeah, that.
So I just have one question. Again, I didn't walk back there.
Yeah, sure.
As I'm looking at the house, looking down the driveway,
Okay,
okay, there's a lean-to or something against. the
Sheds.
fence. That's, a shed, that's going
that's going
to the
on.
backyard.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, there would be no, I mean.
Yeah, it needs to be there.
3 feet between that shed and it'd be no.
Yeah.
And so that going out back here.
Good say.
So.
All right, any other questions? Claire?
What's sound tubing?
it is a cylinder that you would put into the ground that you pour concrete into.
Yeah, instead of doing a stack wall.
That's the easiest way to
Yeah,
describe it.
with- Yeah, you can foundation stack walls. All sorts of things. This, because it's not gonna be a habitable space, makes the most sense just to solid.
So it will not be part of the thermal envelope. The door will still be the thermal break for the house.
I just replaced the door this week.
Okay.
32-inch steel insulated door, that would be beyond.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Can I get a motion to close? Oh, wait, hold on. Did we have any other comments from the neighbors? Mr. Andrews in the red house,
Marty.
Marty,
He's fine with it.
is, that's what.
We're not trying to his house.
All right.
We can't go that way.
No further questions, can we get a motion to, close public hearing?
Like most people, it's public hearing.
Wait a second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, so let's move on to the 5 questions. Whether the benefit sought by the applicant can be achieved by a feasible alternative to the variance. What is that?
There's that word in it.
Feasible alternative. The answer to this is no, because,
Because otherwise you'd have to tear up the front wall.
well, and his lot is narrow, it's just the nature of that neighborhood. Whether an undesirable change would be produced in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties.
No.
No. Whether requested variance is substantial. No. Does the variance have an adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions of the neighborhood?
No.
No. Whether the alleged difficulty was self-created?
Yes.
Yes.
This is gonna look.
And why is it self-created?
Yeah.
Because you want to do it.
Yeah, same side, but it's actually clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still gonna be that white texture.
All right,
Same roof pitch. everything.
so the ZBA after taking into consideration the above plat, actually finds that the benefit to the applicant does outweigh the neighborhood or community. ZBA further finds that a variance for 3 feet is the minimum variance that should be granted in order to preserve and protect the character of the neighborhood, the health, safety, and welfare of the community. Determined that there's no significant impact on seeker, therefore I propose type 2 action and no further review is required. Based upon that, would someone like to make a motion? Warren?
Chairman, I'd like to make a motion, zoning board grant an area variance to Kristen Colton, located at 212 Glennon Drive, Fayetteville, New York, 13066, tax map 085-04-19.0. Variance granted for the purpose of construction, the 6 by 10 foot buffer
As presented.
as presented.
Do I have a second? Claire? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you, John.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna give you an email tomorrow, just outlining the items that you can respond to.
Yeah.
Floor joist wrap, things like that. Very straightforward.
And then the variance, there's no time.
Yeah.
There's no time limit on the variance.
Yeah.
Ours, what do we have to do?
2 weeks.
The variance itself is on the property.
Yes.
That's, just wanted to make sure, because we
Yep.
were talking, I was talking on the way here, and, we're not sure if we're gonna try and go here before winter. It's gonna kind of depend on how long I have. I got a couple of jobs. I can't start that, just to shoot that, so. That's good. I got 48 hours. I fly home Sunday. And I don't want to walk into the dirty kitchen. So, and 48 hours. And the first scene, that's what I made. I lay my leg up and on you.
Yeah, keep in touch with Tom on this time thing. We don't like him to get too far out the way.
Yeah, well, that's why I was asking, because I'm gonna talk with her tonight. And if we're gonna hold till spring, obviously, I'm gonna stop applications and tracks at the moment. Because I'm assuming applications are good for what, 6 months?
You can hold, we're just holding on to your money until, because we've already gone this far with it. So we're just gonna hold on to
Yeah.
the fees, and
Fine.
that's really it.
Okay. It's just a matter of, like I said, if I don't want to be doing this in the winter. I'd rather, you know.
You'll get it done. Don't worry about it. You'll get it done.
Like her.
Easy winter, you'd be able to pull it right through the.
Has it worked?
That's, well, that's, the other one. I do just, longest time, staff. So we're 24/7. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Do we have any other business?
Seeing that there's no other business, may I get a motion for adjournment?
I'll make that motion. I've got to do something here for my life. Okay, I'll second it. Terry made the motion. All right. Amy. She made the motion. We're going.